Hey, welcome to the podcast Domination Show, where we help you launch, grow, monetize, and dominate the podcasting space. This is a show where we believe that if you can get attention with your podcast, you can influence someone. And if you can influence someone, you can get them to take massive action. And if you can get someone to do that, you, my friend, can dominate. I'm Luis Diaz, your host and founder of Podcast Domination, and I'm your guide. Let's go. Welcome back, Dominators. Welcome back to the show for you. This is your home. This is where you are going to learn how to grow, monetize, and have some friggin' fun with a podcast. We are back, my friends, and today we are talking about the 5-step guide for influencers looking to get into the podcasting game. So we're talking specifically to people who have followings on other stages. Maybe you're on Instagram, you've got maybe over 100,000 followers, you've got a huge Facebook page or Facebook presence, you've got a huge YouTube presence, you've got a huge Twitter following, you were maybe in the music realm. I've got a couple clients right now that are big in the music realm. They're famous for that stuff, like what they do in that space. I've got some clients that have huge YouTube channels. So they have 300,000-400,000 people on YouTube. There are clients that have 250,000 plus people on Instagram. So working with these influencers, it's always fun for me personally because we get to test different strategies with their audience. We get to figure out what works with them and what doesn't work. What does their audience respond to? What keywords do we use to get them clicking? How do we engage our audience to before the show is even launched to get feedback and get great pre-podcast, like pre-launch reviews. So something we do is that we'll have like a launch team. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here, but I want to share this. We have a launch team. We submit or share the early episodes, get feedback on them, and we use the testimonials or any kind of good feedback in our marketing for the show when it launches. So we've already got testimonials before it even hits iTunes, which is nice because it's kind of like what you see on movie theaters or movie trailers. So when movies come out, like critics say it's the best movie since Grease. I don't know, but you always see that. You like the critics say this, or so and so critic said that, or so and so said that. It's kind of like book blurbs too. So we use that in podcasting, at least with my marketing campaigns or marketing strategies we do. But anyways, let's get into it, guys. Let's get into the 5 influencer rules to monetize, launch, and grow a podcast. Yeah, that was the original title. So that was the original title I had written down here in my notes. So let's say that again. 5 influencer rules to launch, grow, and monetize a podcast. There we go. I said it right this third time. So number 1 is kind of like what I just spoke about, but it's a little bit more detailed. So number 1, when you're launching a show and you're an influencer and you have an audience somewhere else, let's just say Instagram, you want to get that audience on an email list. You want them to basically say, hey, I want to hear about your show. So you want to get them raising their hands and opting in to a list. You can set up a simple landing page using lead pages or ClickFunnels and get them on a list. That way you can communicate with them one-on-one and let them know what's coming up. So this is kind of like giving them access, backstage passes to the show. So number 1, if you have an audience somewhere, get them on the list. Ask them, hey, I'm launching a podcast. Do you want to hear about it and be a part of the behind the scenes fun that goes on? Because we're going to have some fun. So that is number 1. It's usually what I start off with when I'm working with someone in this space. Number 2, once we've got them on the list, we want to survey them. We want to figure out, for 2 reasons here we're doing this. We're going to use this survey to create our content strategy for the entire year if we do it right. They will map it out. They will let us know what kind of topics they want. They will let us know the type of verbiage they want. So this really helps us with our titles. It helps us with SEO. If we know what they're typing into search, we know how to title our episodes. We know how to write our timestamps. We know how to market this thing a bit better because we know the verbiage they're using. So that survey is really, really important. And what I'll do for you guys, for everyone here on this podcast, episode listening in because I love you guys and you're smart. You're smart marketers. You're smart podcasters. I'm going to give you my done for you survey that I use for clients. Usually I customize this a bit depending on who I'm working with, but this is a survey you can use to, it's basically just a Word doc of a couple questions I have that help really paint the picture for the podcast and get you some really juicy answers that you're gonna want. So I'll have that in the show notes here over at lewisryan.com. Or you can just DM me on Instagram at lewisryandiaz, and I will just say, hey, like from this, just give me the link to this episode and say, hey, can I have the survey from this episode? And I'd be happy to share it with you. Anyways, survey them. We're going to use that to get the language correct, and we're going to use that to get the content that they want correct. So we know exactly the type of shows we're going to be pumping out for them. We're not aiming in the dark here. We're not shooting in the dark. We're shooting with some data. Number 3, if you have an IG or Facebook audience or even a YouTube audience, it's really, really smart to go live. Go live when you shoot solo episodes. Go live when you're testing your equipment. Go live, go live, go live. You need to get in front of them. You need to remind them because people are busy. Remind them that your podcast is coming and it's going to be the best thing since sliced bread. And also, if you have guests on, there's a lot of software you can use to actually do interviews with guests on live shows. So you can do Ecamm Live. Shout out to those guys. Love those guys over there. Ecamm Live. Go buy that product. It is a great product. I use it all the time. I have my clients use it. You can go Facebook Live, put stuff on write the captions on the screen, and share the screen with your audience, with your guest. So you're on Facebook Live, and now you're also doing a podcast. It's the best of both worlds. You just turned yourself into CNN or ABC. Pick your network. But anyways, that is the power of it. So go live, set up dates. Maybe you do a solo podcast every Tuesday on Instagram. So now you've got a live audience, and you've also got the recording of the podcast as well. Guys, this is huge. And by the way, this is free for right now, as if I'm recording this in 2018, late 2018. This might not be free later on in the future. So take advantage of it now. Go live, use those functions. You can go YouTube Live as well. YouTube Live as well. Yeah. So that's number 3. Number 4, build a community. You may have a following, you may have a bunch of people subscribed, but you need to be building a community. You got to get those people into your ethos. Maybe that's a Slack channel. Maybe that's a Facebook group. I like those 2 channels. I'm sure there's other ones out there you can use. Maybe a WordPress plugin for membership sites. If you do, I would suggest using Digital Access Pass, DAP, created by a friend of mine named Ravi Jacobal. Very, very awesome dude. So you can definitely do that as well, but you want to build a community. You want to get them somewhere where you can carry on the conversation that you had on the podcast. One of the tricks we like to use, that I need to start using more of, I need to put my money where my mouth is asking questions at the end of the episode. So my question for you guys at this episode is, do you like this content? Did this help you? If you're an influencer, are you going to use this stuff? And if you are going to use this stuff, I want you to friggin' tag me, and I'm going to give you a chest bump and a high five when I see you when your show takes off. So yeah, build a community, have them in Slack, have them in Facebook group, something to carry on that conversation. That's number 4. You've got the audience already. You just got to get the wall around them and really focus the conversation in on your podcast and what's coming up on the show. It's also going to be really helpful for sponsors as well, because it's another thing you can leverage. Next, number 5, number 5 is bringing on other influencers in the space. You're other influencers in that space. Let's just say I have a client who's a vegan podcaster. He brings on other vegans all the time, and guess what? He gets to share his message with other vegans that didn't know about him. It's amazing. So reach across the table, shake hands. If you're a YouTuber and you've got other friends in the space that are YouTubers as well, get them on your podcast and then do a live show on their YouTube channel or on your YouTube channel and swap audiences. And now you've got a bigger audience to play with. You can do a lot of other things, but I think that's really, really powerful and important. Even if let's just say you're not a hosted show, you're going to be a solo show. What we've done in the past with clients is have them get interviewed by maybe their spouse or maybe a friend in the industry, kind of like it's an about me. So they're asking questions like, so tell me about this show. Like, why is this show different? Why are people going to subscribe to this show? What's in it for them? Why is it going to be the best thing ever? What are they going to learn? What are they going to discover? What are the problems they're going to solve for you? What are you going to solve for them? I mean, all these things that you could be sharing with your audience. So that is number 5, and that is it for tonight. But anyways, that is number 5, guys. Bring other influencers on the journey with you. And you know what? I'll leave you with a bonus here too. Especially if you have a visual platform, let's say YouTube or Instagram specifically, but this could work with Facebook too. What I would do is record those first 2 or 3 episodes, or maybe even a solo video that is just literally just a commercial for your podcast. It's 60 seconds. It's saying, hey guys, I'm launching a podcast. It's going to be awesome. You got to be there. It launches on January 29th, 2019. Make sure you're there. I'm going to be giving away this, and this, and then show those products physically. But like, this is a really hyphy video. It's 60 seconds, and it points them to a link to subscribe, so that they don't miss any updates and they don't miss any prizes on the contest. If you think about running a contest, which is a whole other podcast episode. But anyways, that's a bonus one for you. Record a trailer, a little video trailer, get visual. Even if your podcast is only audio for the rest of the shows, just get visual and, get in their faces especially if you're a video person already. So that's it. Influencers, did you like this? Do you think was this helpful? Were these tips helpful? Are you going to take some friggin' action and take me up on these challenges, on these steps? I encourage you to do so. If so, tag me on Instagram at Louis Ryan Diaz, and let me know how I can help you. So that's my question for you guys. I'll leave that with you. My community is over on Facebook, my Facebook page, Podcast Domination. You can just become a member there. Also, a little cool thing I'm doing as well is a Google Voice number. So let me pull up the number right here. So this Google Voice number is hooked up to one of my email addresses, and you can text me at this number anytime. Anytime. Feel free to shoot me a text. Hey, that episode was awesome. That episode sucked. Hey, Louis, just making sure you're legit. This number is real. You can do that too. That's cool. The number is 561-405-7838. Text that number and I'll get back to you. Once again, that's 561-405-7838. That, my friends, is the Domination Hotline. We just gave it a name right here. So hit me up on the Domination Hotline. It'll probably be in the outro as well. So hit me up there, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out. Hey, what's up? It's Louis again. Really hope you took something of value away from today's show. And don't forget, there's only one thing I want you to do if you need help, if you want to chat about this, if there's any way I can serve you, that is to text or maybe even give me a call at 561-405-7838. That is a Google Voice number that goes directly to my phone, so I will be on demand for you, and we can chat about how we can help you grow, launch, or monetize your podcast. Thanks. I'll catch you next week.